Lecturers are probably one of the most ridiculous set of human beings I have met, aside from the Nigerian government. This is not to say that every lecturer is like this, but as with every other nuanced topic, we are going to have to generalize. Like this video if your lecturer has asked you to ask questions, you or somebody you know ask questions, and then you get shouted at for asking the question. Hi, I'm Kema, and I talk about things that interest me, intrigue me, or absolutely disturb me. And today we are talking about lecturers. I've had several encounters with different lecturers at different universities, and all of them surprise me. While I know lecturers have their good sides and they are human beings, they don't cease to make me question just how far their humanity goes. For context, I am in Nigeria, I'm a Nigerian student, and I am going to be talking about Nigerian lecturers in particular. The first problem I have with lecturers is, have you ever been hit by a lecturer? I have never been personally hit by a lecturer, but there are so many cases of people getting physically abused, either by some kind of hitting or some kind of that other type of abuse. There is no hierarchy between physical, verbal, mental, sexual, social, whatever it is. Abuse is abuse. Lecturers particularly specialize in verbal abuse. I'm currently writing this as of Thursday the 30th of January, so by the time this is released, hopefully sometime in February, I should have posted this. So just today I met one of my abusers. Yes, he took us a course today, and I kid you not, he insulted every single one of my classmates, including myself, from the beginning to the end of the class. He easily flung sentences like, "Fill your empty coconut head," and "Stupid people will not do what I say," and "Those stupid people are here in this class." Wow. Other things were said, but my God, what? Who talks to their students like this? Earlier, when I said I met my abuser, I did indeed. This man in particular specializes in verbal abuse, which disturbs a person mentally. Stay with me, let's draw a line of reasoning. You use your brain to think, correct? Imagine you've been insulted like this, your self-esteem and your self-confidence out the window. You're constantly being told you're an idiot, you're stupid, blah blah blah. How on God's green earth are you supposed to think? Your brain will automatically shut down because of every single word you're being told from the person that's supposed to be guiding you on, lest I remind us, something you've never encountered. And the usual rebuttal to not knowing something is to go ahead of the class. While that sounds smart, it links back to a point I'm not sure I've made. You refuse to raise your hand to answer any questions because you're afraid of being wrong. And why have you come to school if not to learn? You sometimes cannot learn something without getting it wrong. You're in class to correct the knowledge you gathered previously, if any. If you just wake up and know everything, then why are you in the class in the first place? Like I said earlier, abuse is abuse, and it doesn't matter any way, shape or form it is. Anybody that tries to sugarcoat abuse as being motivational, or it encourages you to do something is just a liar, because abuse is abuse, verbal, physical. There's no difference between somebody slapping you physically and somebody slapping you with their words. Let's call a spade a spade. Abuse is abuse, and it's that simple. The second problem I have with lecturers is patience is a virtue a lot of lecturers intentionally kill. I'm a law student, and killing is naturally a crime. But my lecturers not only kill patients, they kill students. Maybe they don't literally kill their students, but they kill them in the sense that their self-esteem, their emotions, and the self-respect of the students is literally burnt alive. Recently, I had an encounter with my lecturers. For context, I am taking this particular course that has 3 lecturers, which is insane. They had asked us to stand up because we couldn't answer questions or things we did the previous semester, which just ended in December last month as of writing this. At some point, we were told to sit down, and they asked us for feedback from our challenges in the previous semester. A lot of people in my class didn't say anything, but I'm sure we all knew what our individual and collective problems were. With every new problem that was brought up came a rebuttal laced with an invisible but visible, "This is your fault, you have no excuse, this is all on you," which was honestly ridiculous. Why ask what our problems were if they are not immediately met with empathy and understanding of where the student is coming from? Everyone in my country is going through a lot as of now. Things are hard. So why are we flogging each other instead of embracing each other? On the topic of patience, I feel like if you don't have patience as a lecturer, you should not be teaching. You should not even so much as smell a school. The same thing goes for a nurse, a lawyer, literally anything, any profession. If you don't have patience, please don't do it. My school runs 3 semesters, whereas other universities run 2 semesters. So mine goes at a faster rate. Imagine a class of 90 students. My class. There's just going to be so many problems. When running 3 semesters, you should either be a very good crammer. I know crammer is not a word, but leave me alone. It's either you are a fast learner or a good crammer. And if you don't have any of those two, you are going to struggle. And not only are you going to struggle, but you will most likely fail. It is every man for himself in my class. So if the majority of people in the front say, "Yes, I understand," then it goes for the whole class. And it leaves out those people or that one person that really doesn't understand what's going on there, because everything is being taught at such a fast pace. And what's funny is, if you do speak up, like if you're that one person that did not understand, you end up being shamed by either your peers or the lecturers we're talking about now. And once you've been shamed either by words or by looks, I promise you there's no going back. Oh my god! That person will literally feel they sound stupid in literally every discussion or conversation that they have, simply because at some point in their lives they wanted to ask a question and everybody shut them down, like, "Hey, you don't understand this thing. Hey, how can you say you don't understand this thing? Hey, the lecturer said this thing 3 million times." Sir, I still don't understand, because I'm paying you to teach me, and if I don't understand it, then you're going to have to make sure I understand it before I end that course. If you cannot teach it, drop it. I should not have to be the one hustling who is going to explain X, Y, and Z thing to me. Like, you should do that. It's your job to teach me, not my job. Hello? The people in my school, that's like the Jesus Christ, the administrative staff in my school, they focus on the wrong problem. The problem in question is we have to find out a way to evaluate our lecturers while we're not there. So my school comes up with this lecturer evaluation system, which is basically a paywall. To see your results, you are going to have to do the lecturer evaluation and then see your results. Well, that sounds like a good thing. It really isn't, because a lot of students only care about their results. They are moving on to a new semester, a new level. The main problem, other than what I just said now, is they don't check the lecturer evaluation. Why have a system if you don't use it? My faculty has 2 lecturers. How the lecturer evaluation system is it's like anonymous, so they don't use your lecturer's name. They just say, "Did your lecturer blah blah blah, was your lecturer this, that kind of thing," like John Doe. And the evaluation only provides a slot for 1 lecturer. It's like you have a nice lecturer that was, really kind to you and your class. They helped you guys out and everything, and then you now have your second lecturer that was a demonic entity from hellfire. You really don't want to put down the second lecturer, so you just do an overall good rating of the course and its lecturers. My last and final problem with lecturers is, here in Africa, speaking in relation to Nigeria, because that's where I'm from, we have this ridiculous concept called respect. That respect, in fact, is 2 things: not reciprocal and not even respect. What it is authoritarianism. That is what it is called. Lecturers use the advantage they have over you to treat you in any manner they wish. I was talking to my friend and we reached this conclusion that we cannot stick up to the man that I previously discussed earlier, the first man. So of a high rank based on his degree, and he can basically do whatever he wants. And fun fact, in my faculty, degree means status. The person I'm talking about is a professor, and professor is like the highest degree you can ever get, I guess, anywhere. So yeah, if we stick up to my lecturer, he can easily tell us that he will see us next semester, which nobody wants to see him next semester again. And I find it so crazy that the lecturer even has the power to do that. They have the power to tell you whether or not you are going to take their course. If they felt you were being disrespectful, if he said get out of his class, you get out of his class. And that is insane. So what are my solutions / recommendations? Dear oppressors, let's try and be more empathetic and understanding. The language used on a human being can make or break them, so language is very important. Stop comparing your students, not with the previous set, not with yourself, and certainly not with themselves or someone related to them. Dear oppressed, the only credible advice to give is don't internalize what some sets of asshots have to say. Don't say they probably didn't mean it. Yes, they did. Like, let me even drop my phone. They'll say it 2 more times for you to know that they meant what they said. Oh, he didn't mean that we have coconut heads. If he's telling you guys have coconut heads, I promise you he thinks you guys have coconut head. Coconut head in the sense that there's nothing inside it. There's no milk, no juice, no nothing. It just means you are brainless and you are a stupid person. He meant every single word that he said. He doesn't rate you and he never will. Period. I think another good piece of advice is, for me, it's pairing basically what I just finished saying with cramming. So don't internalize what your lecturer is saying plus cram. Cramming is probably the best decision I've made so far. While smart people discourage it, the educational system in Nigeria highly encourages it. If your lecturer cannot have you learn their course, even without directly saying it, they'd rather have you cram. I'm very sure by the time I make this video, I don't know when I'm going to make the video, but I will hopefully make it soon. I have a video coming up on African parents, and I really suggest you watch that video after you watch this video. So I'm going to have a lecturer's cam at the end of the video, so I'm just going to use these skits and real life things that happened, and you're going to watch it with me. But the thing is, your lecturer is different from your teacher in secondary school. So your teacher at that time had the right to hit you and oppress you when you're in secondary school. But now that you're in the university, you're like a big girl, you're a big boy now that in the university. So if your lecturer is talking to you anyhow, you just finish your lecture, you'll just be like, you can't talk to me like that. Who are you talking to? Not attend the class. It's not by force, sir. It's not by force to attend your class. You want me to kneel down? Am I your slave? If it's just like, oh, you kneel down, I swear I'll leave the class. It's not by force. We can come here another day. We can do this fiasco another time, but not today. I will just not attend your class. It's not that deep. And this man was feeling like she was the shit, I'm sure. I have a feeling that those security officers were also feeling like the shit, because, like, you know, when somebody calls you to join your hand inside something, like, you just feel like this thing is so important and you have to take the thing so serious and all of that. Like, I'm very sure she was feeling like, I don't reach you. sir, what did I just see you doing? I'm not about to get angry, but that was very annoying to watch. I don't know if like we were born with this unspoken rule that when you are older than a person, then you can just maltreat them because they are younger than you. Like I can never understand it. You cannot just ask the students to stand up and leave your class respectfully. No, you have to slap them to stand up and leave your class. In Nigeria, there's something called a were, which is basically a mad person. They have not seen a were before. Like, you want to fight? So you want to fight? Come. Meet me at the back alley. And we're throwing fists. Let's go. Let's go, sir. Let's go, sir. I'll see you later. Bye.